How do you handle criticism? How does criticism affect you? Do you have a fear of criticism? Do you bounce back after criticism? Because I think that criticism has the power to stop you in your tracks, slow you down, stop you getting off the starting blocks. And I saw this for myself last week. I received a text from a family member that was so critical, so hurtful, so horrible, that it really stopped me in my tracks. And it made me notice my response to criticism. I like to think of myself as a pretty confident, self-aware person. But honestly, I felt so shocked, so upset, and I went through a range of emotions. And you know what it made me realize? It made me realize that you have to make a conscious effort to overcome criticism, to come back after criticism, especially if it's from a family member or a close friend, someone who has a degree, shall we say, of closeness with you. So here's what I did, and here's the way I think you can come back after criticism. First of all, you need to get a fresh perspective on you. So if someone has just attacked you and skewed your sense of yourself, if you like, then it helps to get a perspective from someone else, someone that you really trust, someone who has your best interests at heart and cares about you. So you know that when you have that conversation with them, they're coming from a caring place and they're giving you the truth as they see it. Because you really need to get that clear perspective, on you. You also need to limit, in my opinion, the amount of access that person has to you. You may decide to block their access entirely. That is your choice to make. You also get to have a reality check on your relationship with that person. Because if they are a close family member, we have this notion, this ideal, this hope that our family are there for us, that they're the people that we can rely on when the chips are down, when all's said and done, that they're there for us. That's a really nice idea. Sometimes it's even true. But if you have a family member who doesn't demonstrate or show care, concern, consideration, love in any real way, then you get to choose whether you have that person around you and having access to you. I guess it's a reality check. And it's an acceptance that person, even though they're family or a close friend, they don't have your best interests at heart. That's a disappointment. I was very disappointed when I really saw that and accepted that. You get to recognize that there may be something about you that triggers something in them, and there's just nothing that you can do about it. And shrinking, being less of who you are in the world, making yourself smaller so they won't have that response, is not going to fix them. And what you really need to do is recommit to being you in the world, so that you ensure that you are not slipping, that you're not shrinking, that those words, because words can wound, that those words are not seeping under your skin and having an effect. And the way to really counter that and ensure that's not happening is to come back stronger. Come back stronger. So what I mean by that is that you do something. You take an action that demonstrates you in full flow, you in your element, you expressing yourself in the world, whatever that looks like for you. So, for example, I wrote an email, and that email went out to, my subscriber list, and I posted on social media. It wasn't like he said this to me, isn't that awful? It wasn't anything like that. It was just this. It was just highlighting the effect that criticism can have on you, the huge effect and the importance of handling it, of overcoming it. And I shared, how it had felt for me and how I had to really pick myself up and come back. So that for me demonstrated that I wasn't cowering or shrinking or reducing myself in any way. So